Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video tutorial, I'm gonna explain how to use fillet in Solidworks. Fillet is one of the most commonly used feature in Solidworks. Not just Solidworks, consider any 3D modeling software, fillet is one of the most commonly used feature. You're gonna use fillet in your designs and we have different types of fillets in Solidworks. Let's have a look at them. Here I have a part. This is a sample part, and if you want to practice using the same part, you can download this part using the link in the description below, or you can create your own part for the practice. You can find fillet under features tab over here. Once you click on fillet, you can see this dialog box here. Here under fillet type, you can see 4 different types. The first one is constant size, the second one is variable size, and the third one is face fillet, the last one is full round fillet. First, I'm going to show you how to use constant size fillet. So under constant size fillet, you can see items to fillet. Here, if you just place the cursor here, you can see edges, faces, features and loops. So SolidWorks is asking us to select edges, faces, features and loops. You can select any of this. So for this design, I'm going to select this particular edge. So we have a sharp edge here, and when you use fillet, it will turn into a curved surface. So I'm going to select this edge. You can see that we have preview enabled, which is why we can see this yellow colored lines here. And if I just turn off the preview, you can't see anything over here. So I'm going to turn this on again. And under fillet parameters, we have symmetric as the condition, and then we have the radius as 10 mm. So I'm going to change this to 2 mm. So that would look good, or you can also change it to 5 or 3, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to change it to 3 mm, and I'm going to press OK. Now you can see that there is a curved surface here. Again, we have a variation in constant size fillet. I'm going to show you what it is. So once you go to fillet and then to constant size fillet, you can see symmetric under fillet parameters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to asymmetric. Now when I change this to asymmetric, fillet feature automatically goes into multi-radius mode. So here we have radius 1 and then we have radius 2. And under items to fillet, we need to select an edge. I'm going to select this edge over here, and you can't see any preview here because we need to change the radius here. So the radius 1, which is from here, is 3 mm, and the radius 2, which is from here, is 10 mm. I'm going to change this to, let's say, 5 mm. So if I do that, you can see we have a radius of 3 mm over here, and then we have a radius of 5 mm here. We can also change this because we have more area here. We can always change that. Let's make it 10. So if you make it 10, this is how it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna press OK. So this is asymmetric version of constant size fillet. This is almost similar to variable size fillet. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to switch back to trimetric view here, and then I'll go to fillet. So instead of using constant size fillet, I'm going to use variable size fillet now. So I'm going to select variable size fillet, and under items to fillet, it is just like constant size fillet. All you have to do is you need to select an edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select some edge. Let's say I'm going to select this edge here, and first we have symmetric. Now when you use symmetric, we have 2 different radius here. I can change this to 5 mm. So if you see this, we have 5 mm and it is symmetric. What I mean by symmetric is that We have 5 mm here and 5 mm here, and then we have increasing radii, and over here we have 10 mm and 10 mm. So I'm going to change this back to 10 mm. So this is almost like the constant size fillet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select asymmetric. So after selecting asymmetric, here we don't have a symmetric condition anymore. I'll change this to 5 mm. So when I change this to 5 mm, you can see that we have the radius of 5 mm here and 10 mm here, and we have radius of 10 mm here and 10 mm here. I'm going to change this to 5 mm. Let's see how it looks like, and I'm going to click OK. So we have a variable size fillet here with asymmetric condition. This way you can use variable size fillet for your designs. For now, I'm going to delete this because we don't need this for the design. I want to go back to trimetric view. Now this time I'll select fillet, but I'm going to choose face fillet, which is over here. That is the third option. Select face fillet. Now when you select face fillet, you need to select two different faces. So the first one is facet 1 and the second one is facet 2. And then we have different conditions here. Again, we have like a symmetric chord width, asymmetric whole line. I'm going to explain chord width and whole line when we are actually using it for the design, but for now we're good with symmetric and asymmetric. You already saw how symmetric and asymmetric works, so I'm just going to show you how this works, and you can practice it on your own. So for the facet 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this face, and for facet 2 I'm going to select this face. As you can see, we have a fillet over here at the sharp edge, and the radius of that fillet is 10 mm. If I change this to 20, this is how it looks like. I'm going to click OK. So we have a fillet with radius of 20 mm here. Face fillet is very simple. All you have to do is select two different facets and then you can have a fillet. Make sure that you are selecting two different faces which are connected with each other. Otherwise, Solidworks will get confused and it won't be able to generate a fillet. Now I'm going to go back to fillet. This time I'm going to use full round fillet. So select this full round fillet here. Here we need to select three different faces. That is, the first one is facet 1, the second one is center facet, and the third one is facet 2. So for the first facet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this face. Sorry, I'm going to delete this. So for the first face, I'm going to select this one, and for the center, I'm going to select this, and for the third facet or the facet 2, I'm going to select this. Now when I do that, Solidworks automatically detected the fillet possibility and even determine the radius of the fillet, because we have a specific dimension for this part here. So based on that, Solidworks automatically gave the fillet radius. Click on OK. When you click on OK, this is how it looks like. So we have a full round fillet here using three different faces. We can also give a fillet between this surface and this surface, but this time I'm going to use face fillet. So once you go to fillet, just go to face fillet, which is the third option, and select this as facet 1 and select this as facet 2. Now we have two different facets, and as you can see, Solidworks detected a possibility for fillet here and it gave a fillet which is surrounding the central part. We don't want this to be this big, so I'm going to change this to 5 mm. That would look nice. So this is looking nice. I'm going to select OK. As you can see, we have curved surfaces here because we used fillets. This way you can use fillets for your designs. If you like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. That will help me to build my channel, and I'm gonna post some Fusion 360 videos in coming days. Also, for people who are just beginning their journey with designing, I'm going to upload some tutorials of Tinkercad as well, which helps you in a great way for creating 3D designs if you are using a 3D printer. So stay tuned to the channel. That's all for today. Take care. Bye bye.